How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5. And here today we have UFC Fight Night Diaz versus MacDonald 2. A big fight in the super lightweight division. Nate Diaz taking on Rory MacDonald. Neither guy really in the hunt for a title shot, but just a big fight between a couple of big guys. You can see there Wonderboy and Toyoshige Hidaka also going at it at the middleweight division. We are making our way towards UFC 307 Namajunas versus Stamp Fairtex 2 pay-per-view card with two title fights on it. The strawweight and featherweight titles are on the line. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rankings as of Monday week 2. Heavyweight, you can see Francis Ngannou climbing up in the rankings. Light heavyweight, Shaba Hosh up into the rankings after he loses in the super middleweight division. Julius Anglicus climbing into the rankings. Costello Van Steenis hopping up in the super middleweight division after beating Luke Rockhold to get into the quarterfinals. Got the middleweight division, nothing going on. At welterweight, a lot of guys moving up because I believe someone either retired or moved down or up a division. Not 100% sure. Super lightweight, got a couple guys moving up. AJ Agazar moving down quite a bit. Lightweight, Christian Lee up to number 3 after a big win over Mateusz Gamrot, all the way down to number 11. That is rough for him, but Christian Lee getting a big win over Gamrot, who was number 8. I still say he's one fight away from a title shot. I mean, he has not gotten a win over a top 5 opponent yet, so that's probably what he's going to have to do. Maybe Dustin. Maybe he fights Dustin. He's about 4 months away. We'll have to find someone for Christian Lee to fight. It might just be Moicano. But nonetheless, moving up into the top 3, Christian Lee. Featherweight, Jeremy Stevens climbing back up into the top 17. Nothing at bantamweight. Flyweight, Joshua Pasio all the way down to number 10 after losing to John Moraga, who stays still at number 4. That seems about right. Felicia Spencer jumping up to number 3 after her win over Leah Letson. Women's bantamweight, nothing going on. Flyweight, Marina Morosh into the top 20. And at strawweight, nothing going on. Beautiful. Appreciate you guys for watching, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. As always, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so, and let's get into it. Diaz versus MacDonald. Show is taking place in Michigan. Let's get into it, see what we've got in store for us. Dusko Todorovic taking on Impa Kasanganay in our first prelim here today at 185, and it is Impa Kasanganay getting the 14th win of his career here today. Moving on, Phil Haas, we just saw get a really big win a couple weeks ago in real life, taking on Huey Hung, the Chinese fighter, getting a big win over knockout over Phil Haas here today. Round number 1 knockout. Punahele Soriano taking on Gideon Drachi in the light heavyweight division. Punahele looking for that 15th win, and he gets it via knockout in round number 2. 9-2 now in the UFC. Very surprised that this guy is not ranked. He's already won a couple of fights over ranked opponents. Seems to be only a matter of time before he is ranked. Alexa Kamer taking on Marcel Fortuna in the light heavyweight division, I believe. Alexa Kamer looks 29 years old, I guess you can say, looking for the 12th win of his career, and he gets it. Knockout in less than 3.5 minutes over Marcel Fortuna here today. Simon Bayor taking on Valderin Estrefi in the heavyweight division. Simon looking for the 27th win over the Swiss Valdrin Estrefi, and it's Bayor in a fantastic fight, ending it less than a minute into round number 2, getting that knockout win that he so desperately wanted. Marcin Tybura taking on Denis Goltsov here in the heavyweight division. Polish fighter is the favorite, looking for the 23rd win of his career, and he gets it. TKO win in less than 2 minutes over Goltsov here today. Matas Dialov taking on Biggie Boy Rosenstruik, and Dialov missed weight by 10 pounds. Probably going to end up cutting him if he loses. I mean, he's supposed to be able to make 258. He definitely did not do so. Got a couple wins over in WEC by submission, and Matas Dialov gets the rear naked choke over Biggie Boy Rosenstruik. Yikes. He missed weight, though, by 10 pounds. That is insane. And very unprofessional. Very, very unprofessional, if I do say so. Ruslan Magomedov taking on Chris Lewis in the heavyweight division. And it is Magomedov getting the split decision over Chris Lewis here today. Moving right along, Brett Martin taking on Muhammad Usman in the heavyweight division, the brother of Kamaru. Brett Martin, though, nice prospect to look out for, and he gets a TKO over Usman's brother in round number 2. Brett Martin now 8-2 in the UFC. Only loss coming to Sergey Spivak and Marcin Tybura. This guy's on a roll. Going to be in the top 15 for quite a while, it looks like. Reina Wack taking on Julia Avila in the featherweight division. Final prelim of this one, and it is Julia Avila. All it takes is 30 seconds to get rid of Reina Wack here today, the 12th win of her career. As we get to the first main card fight, Magomed Nurov taking on Mike Perry. Mike Perry in real life right now is in bare knuckle fighting, 18-10 here in the save. Has had a very back and forth save. You can see there, lost 2 in a row, got a big win over Brada Boy Cooper. I mean, his UFC career as a whole was very back and forth. Magomed Nurov, number 11 in the division, 5-1, just looking for a name on his shelf, and he gets it. Magomed Nurov with a knockout in 21 seconds over Platinum Mike Perry. Another notch to add to his belt. Nadia Kassem taking on Natalia Silva. In the strawweight division, Silva is a huge favorite in this one. 187 Kassem, I believe former title challenger. No, not former title challenger. Almost, though. Lost to Mayrong Ho in that main event, which is pretty interesting. But Natalia Silva, a huge favorite, and she knocks out 187 Kassem in 2.5 minutes. Natalia Silva now 5-1 in the UFC and wants to face off with Tatiana Suarez. Sarah Morris taking on Valentina Shevchenko in the bantamweight division. Valentina in this save has been very, very disappointing. You can see there, she was wrecking people. Then 3 straight losses. Montana, Valerie. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but losing to Joanne Calderwood, I don't get that. Losing to Mackenzie Dern, I mean, that's a pretty okay loss, I guess. Win over Bougie, win over Makami. She's in the top 10 now in the bantamweight division, looking for another win over Sarah Morris, and she gets it. TKO win for Valentina Shevchenko. Love to see that, getting some more confidence under her belt, and now calling out the former interim champion, current real champion, in Juliana Pena. All right, Thomas Almeida taking on Ray Borg in the bantamweight division. Ray Borg, no fight team, neither for Almeida. I believe Almeida is the former interim champion. No, he fought for the interim championship twice and lost twice. Or he actually fought Sanhagen for the real championship and lost. And it is Ray Borg getting a big win over Thomas Almeida here today. He's on a nice little 3-fight winning streak, Ray Borg. Maybe 1 fight away from a title shot for the Tasmanian Devil. Co-main event, and it is a big one between Toyoshige Hidaka and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Hidaka has been railing through the middleweight division. You can see here Theodoru, Carvalho, Lovato Jr., Georgie Kitchigan. I mean, he's undefeated, completely undefeated, and now facing off with a legend of the sport in Wonderboy Thompson, coming off a win over Douglas Lima, but now is like, hey, let me jump up to middleweight, give this young gun a run for his money. Neither guy is on a fight team. Very interesting. 12 years his elder is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in our co-main event. And Stephen Wonderboy Thompson jumps up to middleweight and beats Toyoshige Hidaka, the number 3 ranked middleweight. Wow. Big ups to my boy Wonderboy Thompson. Is this guy going to be fighting for the middleweight title? That would be insane. It looks like right now we have Burlinson fighting for the title. I mean, I don't have anyone else after that really in plans. And the idea of Wonderboy just jumping up and getting a title shot is very intriguing to me. We're going to have to see about that. Wonder Boy Thompson with a big win at middleweight. And that brings us to our main event of the evening, Nate Diaz. 25-16, still high-level international, still as popular as ever, coming off that loss at UFC 300 to Ismail Nardiev for the welterweight championship. He faces off with Rory MacDonald in the super lightweight division, who's coming off a big win over Mark Giaccheschi. I mean, either of these guys, would love to see them fight for that super lightweight title in the near future. Neither guy is on a fight team, interestingly enough, as we get our main event underway. Young man out of Stockton, California, Nate Diaz, Rory MacDonald. Very disappointing to see what's happened to him. I believe with Rory MacDonald, like, I believe he found God or something like that, and ever since then he really hasn't been himself in the cage. It's disappointing to see. It is what it is. He lost to Sidibu Sai, I believe, in PFL this last Friday as I'm recording this, so hopefully he's okay. Nate Diaz is just trying to get out of the UFC as we speak. Just wants his last fight on his deal to be over with so he can just leave, but the UFC's kind of just stalling him out. They don't want to give him that last fight because then they need to be gone. He can go to Bellator, he can go to bare knuckle boxing or do whatever he wants, and Nate Diaz has a lot of name value, so like he'll make money wherever he goes, and the UFC for whatever reason doesn't want him to do that, and it sucks. Give him a fight. Even if you throw him to the wolves, even if you give him Chimaev, he just wants to get out of there. Diaz hits the mat. MacDonald looking to pound away. MacDonald mailing it to Nate Diaz, and Herb Dean stops the fight. Your winner in our main event is Rory Red King MacDonald. A big win over Nate Diaz here today in the super lightweight division. Rory thanks all the fans, has a lot of respect for Nate Diaz. I believe we all do. Attendance of about 5,500 in Michigan on hand to watch this one. Got to love it. No popularity changes, of course. Let's see what kind of fights we had. Fantastic fight on the prelims between Simon Bayor and Valdrine Estrefi. Love to see it. And let's see. First round, $100,000 to Natalia Silva, Magomed Nurov. $100,000 to Julia Avila, $100,000 to Marcin Shabura, $100,000 to Alexa Kamer, and $100,000 to Huey Hung. Congrats. You are all now very rich. Still made a little bit of a profit, even though we're paying the fighters a lot of money. Gotta love it. We're basically untouchable at this point. Gotta love it. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'm AZPlyo21. Like I mentioned, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you have not already done so. I do have a lot more WMMA 5 videos coming out. Be on the lookout also for my Football Manager videos, my Tennis Manager 2022 videos. Don't think I'm going to be making any more Out of the Park baseball videos. Those weren't doing particularly well, and I'm just not a big fan of baseball right now because the Angels are just terrible right now. So if you were really looking forward to those videos, let me know down in the comment section, but otherwise, be on the lookout for the other stuff. Appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you guys at the fights.